Alright, I think I got the stream up and ready. Just don't mind me, still trying to get some more things put up and ready to go, but I believe we're ready to do the stream. Sorry that I'm a little late. This morning and early afternoon was pretty crazy. Hey, Clone Commander. Yeah, that's awesome. I saw that you had posted it earlier. I just haven't had the time to check it out. I didn't wake up too early today, unfortunately, so I didn't get too much done this morning before a bunch of craziness happened. But yeah, let's see if anyone else joins. I'm probably gonna have to change when I do what time I do these Thursday streams. That way I can avoid all the craziness that just happened. Oh, did that just happen right now, or was that broken before? This part's broken. I didn't know that. That's a shame. That means that set, if I ever need to rebuild that Republic frigate, that set is broken. Yeah, I think so, Clone Commander. But we'll wait a few more minutes, see if any more people hop in, and then we'll get started. But how's your day been, Clone Commander? Yeah, I'm a bit gutted that that part's broken, especially because it's a dark red / maroon color. So that's one less part I can use for making Republic bases or anything like that. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm doing well now that I'm sitting in my house in this chair again. The last hour was me driving a bunch of people around the different locations, and taking up the time I needed to get the stream set up. Luckily, I had most of the stuff set up, like my laptop was already in position, mostly. I only had to change one thing in Streamlabs to get that to work, so everything's good to go now. Yeah, I agree with the brown. I haven't seen too many of my dark red break, but definitely the browns. Like you can see over here, there's like 7 pieces here that are broken. This one's just been severely chewed up, and I didn't do this. I accidentally bought this from one of the secondhand shops. I didn't realize it was too chewed up and stuff, so. But yeah, I have a lot of brown that's broken. I also remember to fill up my water this time, so I won't get super hot in this room anymore. Just feels good to be sitting. Yeah, plates and tiles that are brown seem to break really easy. Like this is a tile that broke off the end broke off. I showed this a few streams ago, but this is a 4x4 plate that broke like that. I have the other piece as well. Still, that's what this other part looks like. So, all right, but let's get started. So last night, for me, whatever time it was for you all in chat, we finished parting out the Malevolence and the Republic frigate set. Today, to finish off the this box, we have 2 bags I'll throw on the table because they are both parts of the Republic gunship from 2008. I believe, let's see, yeah, this is a 2008 version that came with Obi-Wan Kenobi, Plo Koon, Asajj Ventress, and Commander Cody. And I believe 1 normal Phase 1 clone. Let's get this started. Took 2 bags to put this set away. Hopefully it won't take that much. Yeah, I got it the year of, so this is an original 2008. I didn't buy this later. It's got the dust to prove it as well. It's got the dust. But alright. Let's see. I actually need to reuse. Hopefully I can grab it without disconnecting my mic. Oh, doesn't look like it. I'm gonna take off my headset. I'm gonna grab another box to use for printed stuff because this box currently that I was using is already full. So give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back. That box should work. I had to flip the box because it accidentally had some personal information, but it's fine. You can barely see it anyway, so it's good now. It says episode 1. This was the box that had all those episode 1 sets in yesterday. Yeah, I like your custom gunship. Personally, for me, it's a little blocky, a little square. It's got a lot of it's not very round, but I still like it. Do you show it off a lot in your stop motions? I'll have to go back and check. I also need to slide this open so I get that more open, but this set, like I've said, most of these sets seem to be mainly plates. It's too blocky. Yeah, that's kind of my feeling about it, but if it's what you got, then it's what you got. So I feel like the one you've got works okay. You don't have any slope pieces at all, man. That's a bit unfortunate, honestly, because slopes are really nice. Give you them good angles and stuff. Oh, I just threw those slopes in the wrong container as well. Something you could try. I'm gonna take 1 second. Just gonna make sure that Nightbot has actually entered the chat by having him leave and then rejoin. So we'll see whenever he has to say something. I need to give him some more things to say as well. Yeah, that's a thing too. Like, you might have some slopes, but not enough slopes. I know the Brick Vault lat gunship looks really nice. The problem is obviously you gotta spend money to buy just the instructions, and then the set, all the parts itself off of Bricklink costs like, unless you already have some of the parts, if you're just buying 100% what you need, it's like $200 to $300, I want to say, depending on who you're buying from and stuff like that. So that's another reason why I'm doing this, because hopefully I don't have to spend too much money building the custom mocks I want to do in the future. So yeah, like I said, yours gets the job done. It looks like a gunship. That's honestly the biggest point. If it looks like what it's supposed to look like, then you're doing good. Doing good. But so since you posted that stop motion today, Clone Commander, does that mean your stop motion is done? Are you 100% done on it, or do you got some more to go? just moving the cord of my headset because it keeps getting stuck. Hopefully Saturday. After this Saturday, I should, keyword there, should have a dedicated microphone that I can just put on this table and a different webcam than my laptop webcam to do these streams. That way I can get a better angle for the webcam for you guys, and I don't have to be wearing this headset and deal with cords, because I should be able to Bluetooth it. If not, I should be able to still use my laptop, but it won't be in the way, as it currently seems to always get to be. Plus, I'm gonna end up using that microphone for other stuff in the future, so it'll be a good time. I don't remember this. This is a I need to change back from the YouTube preview to Streamlabs so I can actually see this. But I forgot this is a brick. This is a solid 4x6 brick. Don't see those too often anymore. Oh, okay. I was wondering why you weren't answering my things. Alright. See you're back, Clone Commander. Oh, yeah, I've had that happen to me sometimes as well. It's weird. It's even more weird when it says you're connected, but you know for a fact you're not, so you're just like, huh, what am I supposed to do? Come back here, plate. Come back. But yeah, so I guess I should explain why this morning was crazy. So, today was attempt number 1 to wake up at 6:30, because eventually around August time, I'm going to have to start waking up 6:30 no matter what. So today was attempt number 1 to change my sleep schedule, and I failed. I woke up to the alarm going off at 6:30, walked over to it, turned it off, immediately turned right back to my bed, and went back to sleep for another several hours. Which, by me doing that, meant I didn't have enough time to do everything I wanted to do in the morning, which was do some more learning about different things I need for streaming specifically, and also for YouTube in general. Like learning some more tips and tricks about what to do for YouTube and tips and tricks for streaming. So that didn't happen. Then I ended up having to hurry up and eat some breakfast and stuff like that. Then me and my brother went to this club that we're both a part of. Well, he's a member of the club. Technically, I'm a mentor kind of guy, where I can be there, but I'm not supposed to be too hands-on. I'm just supposed to be like an aide, basically. And so that went all well until about halfway through the club time, my brother starts messaging my mom to see if he can go swimming right after with a friend, and they work it out. But then typically when we're at this club, if this other kid shows up, we have to give him a ride home as well. So that's what I was doing for the last hour, was driving people back and forth from picking up my brother's friend to taking him and that friend back to the pool, and then taking this other kid that we have to give a ride to back to his house so he can go home and get on with the rest of his day. And then I have to drive back, hopefully quick enough so I could be here for the stream and not have to delay it or anything like that. Luckily, that all happened when I was only like a couple minutes late. So you keep waking up at 6 a.m. Yeah, right now my body, since I know that I have to start waking up earlier, my body has been getting me up at different times. So like yesterday I woke up perfectly fine at 7 o'clock. But today, just by moving my alarm up by half an hour, threw my body off, and I got kind of lazy, and I went back to sleep. So that was a bit of a bummer. Tomorrow's gonna be attempt number 2. What I think I'm gonna do is do my best to try not to go back to the bed once I'm already out of the bed, and I might change the noise or the song that my phone plays when the alarm goes off. Yeah, it was a little tiring. The biggest thing for me though is just the fact that the whole like my brother and his friend wanting to go swimming was just a bit spontaneous, whereas I already had plans and scheduled to do this stream at this time. So that was just my biggest pet peeve about it, but it all worked out in the end. It just means I probably am gonna need to schedule, if I'm going to be streaming next Thursday, I need to schedule it for a different time. Most likely either earlier in the morning or later in the day, but not at 1 o'clock my time. Unfortunately, I still think at least two of those people that YouTube is saying are watching are still technically me, because I have the stream open on my phone, so I can read chat, and the YouTube preview thing that you have to have open to stream also counts as someone watching. So currently, I think that just means there's only 2 other people besides myself that are watching the stream, which is fine. I think we'll start picking up some more people here and there, depending on what time it is. I know the survivalist, he messaged me earlier today saying he's not going to be able to catch the first part of the stream, but he should be able to catch the second half. We'll just have to see. One thing I do know for a fact is Nightbot doesn't count to it, so we know that the robot's not messing with the statistics or anything like that, which is good because that could throw off some stuff. People could cheese the system basically and just have a bunch of bots watching them. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Clone Commander. There's you and someone else, and the other person just isn't talking. So, which is totally fine. Totally fine. I do like these stickers and prints, the occasional prints you get in the Republic gunship, because you can use these on other vehicles and get the look good. Looks like there's a crack in the sticker though. That's kind of weird. Okay, I approve that. Oh. Yeah, I've gotten that a few times as well. So typically what I'll do is I'll go to their channel. Like, they'll write in my comment, like, they'll comment on one of my videos, be like, I subbed to you, can you sub back? And then I'll be like, okay. Take a few moments, go check out their channel, see if they have anything that's interesting and things that I would actually watch. If they have things I'll actually watch, I will actually subscribe back, and most of the time I'll watch their videos unless I'm super busy. If they're not really posting anything that quite interests me, I will just I'll just reply back to their comment saying thank you so much. I'm glad you like the content. Well, that just means they're not mature, you know, Clone Commander. It just means they weren't mature. It is one of those things you really shouldn't be asking for subs. You should just be able to make content that people enjoy. And then just found a random clone trooper head in there. No idea. There shouldn't be a clone trooper in here. I think this just was a mistake. Okay. Apparently I missed someone's head. But I know for a fact all the minifigures are out of this. So that's weird. But yeah, you shouldn't. It's not a good thing to be asking for subs and stuff like that. So it's whatever. Just as long as you keep making content that you would actually personally watch if it was on someone else's channel, and then just find ways to reach out to people, either through like the YouTube algorithm or being a great member of the community by helping out other people and stuff like that. Like, I'm thinking of trying to do some outreaching just by helping other people. on their stuff. Not gonna ask for subs or anything like that, but just like one of my plans is to start doing some collab Lego Star Wars videos with people, and that will help both of me and whoever I'm collabing with, because it'll be probably a video we can post on each other's channels, and then that will reach out to some more people and stuff like that. So not asking for subs, but doing things for the community that will hopefully help people in the community find you as well. Yeah, just means they weren't mature, so it's fine. I think that's the reason why my numbers have fluctuated up and down a little bit, but it's totally fine. I personally haven't asked for subs. Try not to, because I don't agree with it, so. Making some good progress with all this talking. I think we're about 50% done with this, I want to say. Just gotta make sure I put things in the right spot. Looks like I might need to grab another container for plates. Plates are starting to fill up again. Same with the special and the slopes. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Your numbers will continue to fluctuate. The more people that do subscribe to you, hopefully the more consistent the number will be. But it's always good to remember that the number doesn't mean too much. As long as you remember, oh, that's like 200. That's 200 and whatever amount of people, individual people who have subscribed that like my content and stuff. The number really doesn't matter. There are those certain, like there's that goal of like you need to have 1,000 to become monetized and stuff like that. But the number, if you're doing what you love, the number really shouldn't matter, because if you're doing what you love, other people who love the thing that you're interested in as well should be able to find you eventually. The goal, I guess, is to try and help those people find you. That's like the big thing, helping people find you. Which is why I've like attempted to be more active in the different live streams that I'm a part of, because that's one good way, I guess. Because if people like how you interact with them, they'll try to. At least I do. The people that I like to interact with, like that's why I subscribe to you, Clone Commander. Like I like your stuff. Also, that first time we met in one of those streams, I like the way you were interacting and stuff like that, so I checked out your channel. So doing stuff like that, basically just doing stuff in the community that help people see that you're there, and then hopefully they'll come check out your stuff. But yeah, do you have any other questions? You got any questions for me, Clone Commander, you want to ask me today? If not, I can start trying to think of some other stories I can share. I might end the stream just a little early today, because I also, because of all that driving around and stuff for people, I wasn't able to eat my lunch yet. So I'm a little hungry, just a little hungry. You are welcome, Clone Commander. You are welcome. I like the stuff you do. I don't check out everything just because I don't have the time sometimes, but try to do my best. Yeah, I think that's what it was. One of Coconut streams. Then he had that. Then he had that stream where everyone was asking him and Mrs. Coconut about dating tips and stuff. That was an interesting stream. well worth it to have been there. It was definitely. It was a good stream, but it was a kind of a weird stream. It was good though. I hope he's gonna be doing another one on Saturday. He did say he's super busy with his new work or whatever. But I'm pretty sure he's got 2 jobs at this point, so he's busy. He's super busy now. But I'm glad he's still able to post some videos here and there. Yep. Just been trying to do my best to get people to or outreach to people so they know that I'm here. Kind of awkward. Yeah, it was kind of awkward. For me though, I'm in that age range where it's kind of a big thing. At the moment, due to all the world circumstances and stuff, I won't be able to deal too have to focus on it too much until a couple of months from now, so it's not that big of a deal for me at this moment. Especially now that I'm starting to focus in more on doing YouTube and stuff. It's helping me cope with everything, so good time. But yeah, it was kind of awkward. It was kind of funny though. Because like most of those questions were directed at Mrs. Coconut. Since she's a girl, we're all like, "How are you okay with How are you okay with Coconut with all of his stuff?" You wrote the tips down. I thought about it. I might not, or I didn't at that time. I might just go back and rewatch that stream if I can. A lot of it was pretty good. Mrs. Coconut had a lot of good tips to say. Tips and tricks, I guess. Excuse me. What is this? Ah, another antenna. Okay. Do you have any recommendations, Clone Commander, that I should, any people I should reach out to? Because I'd like to start doing, I guess I can start talking about it, because I need to start getting it set up anyway. Do you got any recommendations for channels that I should reach out to see if they want to do an interview-like video with me? Or I'd be the host and I would ask them questions about their channel, what their plans are for the future, how'd they get their channel started, why'd they name their channel the way they did, stuff like that. Use it as an opportunity for them to talk about their own channel and spread the word and stuff like that. Alright, the Lego guy and the Burkive. Alright, I'll check them out and then send them an email or something. Because it's gonna be like, have you ever heard of like Conan O'Brien or Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel? It'll be like a video kind of like that, just without all the fun, like kind of without all the fun games at the beginning, but more straight towards the interview. Unless the person wants to do like a fun game or whatever, then might as well. Okay, I'll show that. That's fine. Come on, YouTube. That's fine. A Nightbot has entered the arena. Seeing how I don't see anyone who's new to these streams, I won't bore you, Clone Commander, with me repeating all of my links and stuff like that. But there's the one link at least for my Flickr, so you can see like some behind the scenes and some extra photos of the different mocks I've done in the past. Yeah. That's what I gotta say about that. I think as far as Lego Star Wars content, I'm gonna start, well, probably shouldn't say it. I can't say anything at the moment. Can't promise anything, so. Today, hopefully, and today, tomorrow, and Saturday, I'm gonna be sitting down and hopefully planning out more of what I want to do with the channel, the content I want to post, because there's certain things in the months coming up I won't be able to do. Streaming might switch as well. Live streaming might either change to something else, or I might have to stop completely. We'll have to see when that time comes, but yeah, definitely I'm gonna sit down and start making out some plans. I'm gonna start trying to make some shorter videos on Terraria that are easier and quicker for me to edit. That way there's more content being produced out. Also, just in case if like I'm doing a series and if like say the Let's Play Together series, like how we missed last Wednesday, I would have, or this Wednesday, I would be able to have something to post and stuff like that. So, but that's all like up in the air. Like I said, I'm gonna sit down today, tomorrow, and Saturday, and start planning out what I want to do. I've been thinking about doing another stop motion. I think I'm gonna try to, you know how I have that bunch of those fire squad animation test things. I'm gonna try to see if I can combine those tests so I can make a stop motion that looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to try to keep it simple at the moment, just because if I do a stop motion, because of the whole Megasort thing needs to reach phase 2 at first in order for me to be able to do some big stuff. Yeah, they're those videos that have the shock troopers in them. I posted one recently, I think a week or two ago, that has like the not Jedi, that kind of has some scenes where there's a Sith looking guy who's talking to some battle droids. The battle droids give the Sith guy a lightsaber. Then two of the shock troopers sneak up on a couple battle droids and destroy them. Unfortunately, one makes too much noise, and so the one Sith looking guy knows they're there, obviously, because he sensed them through the Force, but he was just waiting for the moment, and then goes over there and attacks them. There was supposed to be a little bit more in that animation test, but I messed up on the few last 10 or so frames, so unfortunately those did not get included. It's alright, you don't need to tell me how many views there are or how many people are watching. I can see it already on my side, but it's not that big of a deal to me, honestly. It would be nice if there were some more people in here talking in the chat, so I'd have more things to talk about. Like at least like some more new people who can ask questions and stuff like that. But it doesn't matter to me if there's people here. I'll still do the streaming. It gives me a reason to actually get this Megasort done. So I need it. That's why I started doing the streaming. If I didn't need the streaming to help me finish this, I wouldn't have started so soon. But I need the streaming. It gives me the motivation to get this done. At least this phase 1. Phase 2, I might start doing off stream. No, you're good, Clump Commander. I know for some people it's a big deal about how many people are watching stuff. It's not that big of a deal for me. Not that big of a deal. So you're good. Getting close though. Getting really close to being done. And then there's only one other bag in that box, and then we're done with another box. You'll probably notice as well, most of these things that we're doing are Clone Wars sets, because like I said on yesterday's stream, Clone Wars era is my favorite era of Star Wars. After that, I'd probably say it's the Galactic Empire, or the Galactic Civil War era, and then after that it is the Cold War era, which is like the Resistance and the First Order, stuff like that. Do I dislike clickbaiter people? I don't like when people lie about what they're actually doing. So if like what their title or their thumbnail shows isn't actually what they do or say in the video, then it's kind of a bummer. Most of the people I'm subscribed to and watch aren't those people. I don't follow a lot of super big YouTubers or streamers. Most of the people that I watch are not as big. They're really big in the communities that they're a part of, but you have to be a part of the same community in order to kind of know who they are. They're not household names yet, most of them, but if you're a part of the community that they're a part of, you have probably heard of their names before. Yeah, I would just ignore those, especially you need to not click on them as well, and start teaching your the YouTube algorithm for recommending videos to you. You gotta teach it to not recommend those type of videos to you. Like, I know when I'm out searching for some more Lego Star Wars content to watch, I slowly am training the algorithm to only to show me more and recommend more Lego Star Wars people. When I'm looking for more gaming, like Minecraft and Terraria videos, the algorithm starts showing me more of those. Recently, I started looking for some Super Mario Maker 2 creators because I'm a big Nintendo fan, and Super Mario Maker in that series is such a great idea by Nintendo to let people actually make levels themselves. Because letting the fan base and letting the users make their own levels is also a great way. You do get a lot of bad bad levels that are like, who did they think would ever be able to beat this level? But then you get a lot of really cool ones and a lot of gems, in the dirt, in the dirt, or diamonds in the rough, or whatever. So my recommendations started getting filled up with a lot of Super Mario Maker stuff because I was looking for it. And so I was training the algorithm to recommend more and more of it to me. When I was little, I subscribed to Click of 80 People, but when I got older, I'm subscribed. Now the only stuff I watch is Star Wars and Minecraft. But yeah, so the more you do it that way, the more you're gonna teach YouTube to recommend that stuff to you. Also, if you can kind of know what you're looking for, like when I found this one guy who was doing Super Mario Maker stuff, I knew what I was looking for because his stuff is pretty good. So then I went around and was looking for other creators that were similar to him, and I found a few more, so it all worked out. I need to remember to not rest my arm here. I cut out about a quarter of the screen. If I keep my hand away or under the table, it's a lot better. It means I can't use my left hand to sort, but it means you guys can see a little bit more of what's going on. But yeah, at least you've learned that you're not interested in stuff like that, Clone Commander, so you've taken the power back and unsubscribed and distanced yourself from stuff like that. Most of the videos that I end up watching are pretty, I would say, informational, educational. They're still really funny and really great things to watch. They are able to take the educational aspect or the tutorial aspect of different games like Minecraft and Terraria and make it fun. Okay, there are some videos I watch that aren't like that, but not too many. Not too many anymore, so. Getting close. Now there's just a random ensemble of stuff. I'm gonna focus on the slopes now. Everything that I would consider to go into the slope category. I think that's all of them. There's probably a few more cheese wedge pieces in here. Do I want a little spoiler? How little of a spoiler is it? Probably not. I don't know. That's up to you, man. You can spoil it for me. I don't know. Depends on how little the spoiler is. Is it major to your plot that you're putting together, or is it like, oh hey, by the way, I included like such and such minifigure in the background that you can see for like 2 seconds, and I'll be like, okay, that's fine. You can tell me that. I'll probably not even notice him, honestly, if he's in the background for like 2 seconds. I sometimes don't catch that kind of stuff. Gonna move my phone for a second. Yep, I knew it. There was a cheese wedge that landed on it by accident. Dang, cheese wedge parts. Making some good progress. Yeah, if it's like super small, if it's like what I just described, where it's like, oh, hey, by the way, I included a minifigure at the very end for like 2 seconds as a joke, as like a little gag, then you can tell me. If not, I would say don't. Let it be a surprise. You won't spoil it? Okay, that's fine. Totally fine. Speaking of doing stop motions, yeah, I think I will start working on one today. I'm just gonna have to change up the story that I was gonna that I was planning on doing with it, just because of this Megasort is taking priority. But it should still be good. I'm trying to do my best to make it so no matter what angle I take a shot for the stop motion, there's only Lego you can see. There's not like all my random containers and stuff like that in the background, or you can't see the wood of my table and stuff like that. So trying to make it a little bit more, trying to make my stop motions a little bit more professional looking, I guess. Closer and closer to looking more like the Lego movie or Lego Movie 2. I still need to see the Lego Movie 2. I still haven't sat down and watch it. Let's see, what did you say? Part 2. I won't read this out loud then. Oh, that thing. Okay, yeah, I'll have to check that out. That's in your video that you posted in today, right? Or is that in a future video? Oh, I knocked over that secret clone trooper head. I'm so surprised I didn't notice he was in there when I was taking all the minifigures out of these bags. But all right, last set. There's actually two sets. This bag contains two of the 90 Z95 headhunters that the clones used in the Umbara arc and in other episodes after that. So it's in today's episode. Okay, I'll have to look. I'll try to look for it. I might see it, but here we go. Loud noises. And then when we get this done, that is another box completed. This set originally came with Pom Krell, the Jedi turned bad guy. Came with a 501st pilot, a 501st trooper, and I think that's it. There might have been others, but I think that's it. Yeah, it's looking like I'm gonna need to grab. We'll probably be able to finish this, and then I need to grab another container for plates and another container for special. And then after that, probably gonna need to grab another container for slopes. Nice thing about this set though is there's not too many stickers I have to worry about. There's just some on this part. Oh man, you can like barely see that. And I believe there's like a couple of other parts that have stickers. Other than that though, most stickers, most of the set is stickerless, which is pretty nice. That they got most of the detail done with parts alone and without having to add stickers or prints mainly. So I know some Lego Star Wars sets, you can really only tell what it is by the stickers or the prints included, but not this one. This one is mainly you can tell what it is when you put it together. You only wanted that set for the figures. Yeah, it's a nice set though. You don't see it too often in the show though. That's the thing. One other thing that kind of made it a little bit of a bummer is in the legend stories, the Z95 Headhunter was a vehicle created after the Galactic Civil War, so the Empire was defeated and all that. It was a vehicle after all that stuff, but now it's also in Legends. Now it's also in the Clone Wars, and now in canon, it's mainly only in the Clone Wars, I believe. I'd have to double check that though to make sure what I am saying is true. But yeah, so I ended up getting 2 of these sets. So I have 2 Proncals, got 2 of the 501st pilots, and got the 2 501st troopers. So I have like 8 of the 501st trooper from the past. Oh, that's a sticker. Yeah, these are the ones. This is like the only other sticker in this entire set as I drop it. It's not really that big of a sticker. Honestly, most LEGO Star Wars sets, you don't need to include the stickers and people will know. Excuse me, people will know what vehicle or starship it is. Yeah, if you want, when we're done with this, with these headhunters, I can show you how many I have. They're right underneath this table. I keep all my Star Wars minifigures underneath the table. But his legs are wrecked. Oh, that is a shame. Tis a shame. One thing about these sets too is they have these like kind of unique gears that only work on certain things. So these will be nice. They work on, one thing they work on are the large tracks or the large treads. So like the ones that come in the what set did I buy that the large treads in? So the Snail Tank uses the medium size. My Snail Tank 2.0 Mach uses the medium sized treads and the small treads. Then there's the large ones that are bigger than the medium ones. And these gears work on the big ones. Okay, that should be all of the stickers now because I just found that another one of these. I think that's all of the stickers. I can't remember. This set might have needed more stickers, but I don't think I put all of them on. But I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen this set. I think the last time I saw this set put together was 2016, 2017. I think 2017, because 2017 was the year that I disassembled all of my Lego Star Wars sets to put away in bags so they could what am I saying? Not get dust on them anymore, and to make them transportable, just in case my family need to move or whatever. Now that I'm putting them all into parts, my parts collection, it'll have the same effect, because then they'll end up in containers like these ones you can see back here that are, all I would need to do is just like duct tape it to closed, and then all my parts won't move around and stuff like that. Because eventually I won't be living in this house anymore, but that's going to be way in the future at this point. So, but at some point I will be living somewhere else, so I'll need to transport all this stuff. Transport over 50,000 Lego bricks to a new location. Oh, there was another print, or another sticker. Alright, yeah, when we're done with this I can show you how many I've got. I can honestly probably show you how many clone troopers I have in total, because most of them are in this one container. This other container has specials. Okay, have a great day, Clone Commander. Hopefully I can you can catch another part of this stream today. So yeah, if not, watch the replay. I think you can watch the replay of this, and I'll show the 501st Clone Trooper so you can see it no matter what. So have a great rest of your day, man. Getting pretty close though. Getting pretty close to getting this done. Definitely gonna have to get a new container for the plates and the special. Well, yeah, for both of those. I need to start sliding them into the actual containers, or the rack that holds these containers, to make sure that everything will work and fit and stuff like that. I am glad to see by the end of all of this, by the end of the mega sort, after I grab this part, after this mega sort, I will be super happy to see I'll have tons of these Technic pins and Technic axles and most of these things revolving around Technic, because I need the Technic stuff for my big mocks that are going to be coming in the future when I start tackling really, really big scaled vehicles and ships. Like those, like the Malevolence. A micro scale version of a Malevolence will still be pretty big. I forgot to do it yesterday. I need to do it today. Is put all of my ideas for future content in a single location, or try to at least, so I know what I have planned for the future, or at least things I think of doing. If I could talk, wow, things I think I can do, so I always have something to do, and I can never say that I'm truly bored because I'll have something to do always. And then start actually learning what people consider as micro scale. So I know minifigure scale is, in Star Wars they typically use meters, so it's like, it's 1 meter to, I forget how to explain ratios, but the ratio is 1 to 42. So if something's like, after doing the math, if something's like the snail tank, where the snail tank is 6 meters tall, that means the minifigure scale should be about 6 inches tall after you do all the conversions and the math. That's why the snail tank is 10 inches long, 6 inches tall, and about 8 inches wide. Because those are the numbers that I got. The snail tank is, in Star Wars, in lore, is about 10 meters long, about 6 meters tall, and there is no official measurement for its width. But you can kind of guess that'd be somewhere between those two numbers. Hey, survivalist, glad you could catch the stream. Right now I'm just talking about minifigure scale, kind of because I ran out of things to talk about. But do you have any questions for me, or are there any stories that you want me to share? I already talked about why I was a little late to the stream today, about how my family had something come up and I was the driver and had to drive all these people around. So if I sounded a little tired, that's why as well. Also meant I wasn't able to have lunch yet, so I'm gonna have to have lunch after the stream. Right now, currently what I'm parting out are 2 sets worth of the Z95 Headhunter set from 2013, which is a really good set. I like it. I'm excited to build my minifigure scale version of it whenever I get around to it. But before I can do that, I've got to get through my requested builds first. Which, since I got the time today, I should be able to actually put some more work into my Hellfire tank. Just need to go back through these special containers and go through the one container I have that I've dedicated solely to the Hellfire tank parts, and update it and make sure I can start working on the second wheel that I need to put together, so I can make sure that the torso is the correct shape and stuff like that. So I've got an idea for what I need to do to make it the right shape and size, but we'll have to see. Then when I'm done with that, then I have to recreate it in stud.io and make it as perfect as possible. Then I can work on the instructions, and then everyone can have instructions for it. So it'll be a good time. We're getting closer. I was hoping to have some other instructions go out on my Breakable page this week, but that hasn't happened yet. Haven't had the time. been probably putting my time and effort into things that are not that important for YouTube and stuff like that. So just got to get around to it. Hopefully today I can get back with you survivalists and we can record more of more footage for our next episode of the Let's Play Together series. Because I'm still super excited for that. I feel like we'll have a lot of good work. This is a unique part I haven't seen until this set. It's one of these tiles that have I don't know what to call it, but you can kind of see it. There you go. It's a 2x2 tile, but also it's the elbow shape, so it's got a corner missing, and it's also got like the it's got a rim to it, I guess I'll call it. Don't see that very often. This is the first set so far that I've seen it in. I kind of forget why they included it in the set, but I think in the future I might need those, so I'm glad to see that I have at least 4 of them. Also, seeing all these white 2x4 plates is awesome. Ooh, excuse me, is awesome too. If they were in light gray, it'd be even better, but them being in white is fine as well. Just seeing more tiles, honestly, is great to see, because it means I can make some better looking floors and ceilings when I start working on mocks that aren't vehicles or droids. Or I can start making my droids and vehicles look a little bit more smooth than they currently look. I know you can see quite a few studs on the 2.0 snail tank droid, but there's also quite a bit of tiles on that as well. Or snot, a bit of a snot technique, at least on the around the circle area of the body of the snail tank. I tried adding a wrap around that would hide some stuff. Also makes it look a little bit more smooth. But yep, I think that was mistake number 1 right there. I accidentally just threw some plates into the tiles bin. Pretty sure I grabbed all of them. We will have to see in the future though. So far so good though. So far so good. I know some people were talking about maybe adding some music to the stream yesterday. Since I didn't have any time last night, really, and I didn't get around to it today. Oh, really? It's on my side, like on my phone. Since I'm watching the stream on my phone to use the chat, I see the bar. The bar is currently not correct because I'm pretty sure it still says 34, even though it should say 37 now. So I'll have to update that for next time, but I can see it. Or are you saying off by the fact that, yeah, it's saying 34, but it should actually say 37? I probably just misread your comment. My bad. But yes, after the stream, I will update it. I just gotta take a moment. I'm gonna leave the room after the stream's done, go eat some lunch, and then I'll come back and update and do what I was talking about earlier, where I sit down and write out, or type out rather, all of my ideas and future content ideas for videos and stuff. Oh, no problem, Eric. I'm just glad to see that you're here. So that meant you just missed a little bit of the stream today, and you'll catch it, and then you'll be able to catch tomorrow. So that'll be awesome. Tomorrow's stream. The heck? Why did I throw those all in there? Tomorrow's stream is gonna be at 9 a.m. my time, I believe. Pretty sure 9 a.m. my time. So I'll be earlier. But glad to see you're here, Eric. You missed Clone Commander. He was here earlier. Not sure if he's going to be back. He's not sure if he's going to be back, so yeah. Right now we're parting out the 2013 Z95 Headhunter set. And there's actually two of them in this pile. That's the set that came with Ponkrell. Man, I don't know why I can't say his name. A 501st Pilot and a 501st Trooper. So good times, good times. We're pretty much almost done. And with us being almost done with this, that means we're almost done with another box. The set that we parted out at the beginning of the stream was the 2008 Republic Gunship. So you missed out on a classic there, Eric, but that went pretty well. Didn't make any mistakes on that one. Made a few mistakes on this. I think I might have lost a few plates in the tiles bin by accident. But other than that, things have been going okay. If I sound a little tired, it's just because I was running around a lot this morning. Driving people around the different spots and then trying to rush back here so I wasn't going to be late to the stream. I was only about a minute late on starting the stream, so. Your uncle has that set? Nice. When are you going to send me the pictures of what your uncle's got, man? Send me them pictures. I want to see what your uncle's collection looks like. Because if it's anything that I think of, and from what you said, it should be really good because it's a massive collection, right? So take your time if you need. But I'm excited to see it eventually. Do you think when you get it, you'll start posting videos and stuff about the things that you got? Or nah, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm curious. When he moves, you'll take pictures? Okay, that's fine. Totally fine. How is your Hothmock, right? You're making a Hothmock? How's that going? I'm thinking about starting to make some more stop motions and some smaller mocks to enter in some contests soon. They're probably going to be mainly, I don't want to say technical, but probably the mocks and the stop motions are probably going to be based, a lot of them are going to be based in the jungle, so. I'm not sure if I understand what that's supposed to mean, Eric. Are you saying you haven't worked on it too much, like your Hothmock too much, or are you talking about something else? Oh, you're starting your Hothmock today, hopefully? Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I think most of the mocks and the stop motions I'm gonna start working on are gonna be typically in forest-like places, because those, my plant life and stuff like that, I've already sorted out into different containers, so I can pull those out quite easily and not mix them up into this mega sort. But there we go. We are like 5 parts away from finishing this. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. That's another box done. That means there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more boxes to go. And then there's a few other stragglers that we gotta get to. But we're making some good progress. That means we're down 1, 2, because I'm reusing this box. So we've completed 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. We're making some good progress. Just gotta get the empty box out of the way. So, let's see. What box should we work on next? Probably this box. This box will go by a little bit quicker than the previous ones. Let's do this one. So this is the Droid Escape set that came out, I want to say only like 2 years ago. Oh, thank you for the reminder to stay hydrated. I'll take this as an opportunity to take a drink. Thank you for the reminder. But yeah, this is the Droid Escape set that came out a couple years ago, the updated one. It's pretty nice. The whole set is basically just an escape pod, though. So, and unfortunately, it's an escape pod that's not minifigure scale, because yeah. One thing though is most of this, I don't know, at least most of the escape pod are stickered, so that's all four of these big parts into the sticker slash printed part. And then again, it's using a TIE Fighter window piece, so yeah, apparently everything uses TIE Fighter windows. But alright, I'm also going to take this opportunity to grab another bucket or another container for plates and the special. So I'll be back with you guys in 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Let's see, what are you guys saying? Favorite clone? Oh, these are questions for me. Oh, you're just giving me my questions back to me? Wow, Eric. Okay. Okay, we'll see you when you come back, survivalist. Alright, yeah. I guess that's a good thing. I probably should have answered those questions myself as well. So my favorite clone has got to be either Captain slash Commander Rex or Echo. Oh, I forgot this includes the Death Star plans. Yeah. Yeah. So it's between those two. Captain Rex is he's not the first clone trooper you see on screen for the show, but he is the first clone with a rank that you talk to. So like, when you watch the 2008 Clone Wars movie, he's the first clone trooper that's like named. So, and then you get to mainly see the clone's perspective through him. Echo, I would say, then is my next favorite, or is tied with Captain Rex, because Echo, I don't know, I kind of can relate to Echo. Uh, he doesn't have too much of a personality until he becomes a 501st Trooper and then an ARC Trooper later, because he gets his name from just repeating orders and stuff like that. So he's kind of bland, but then over time he slowly gets his niche and whatever. And he's just such an important character. To him and Fives are important characters to Rex, because they slowly help him and just overall the entire those two and overall the entire war slowly help make Rex more of a person rather than a clone. So he becomes more human than just a fleshy battle droid, basically. Is what apparently a lot of people in the Star Wars universe saw the clones basically just as battle a little bit better than battle droids, but worse than like actual people. So, my favorite Star Wars movie. I'll change the question just a little bit. My favorite Star Wars movie has got to be either The Empire Strikes Back or Revenge of the Sith. Empire Strikes Back because it's the first Star Wars movie that was released that the bad guys kind of won, and I really like the bad guys, honestly. I'm glad that Rebellion won in the end, but like the Empires have some of the cooler stuff. And they had Darth Vader, who was like the best villain ever, because eventually he goes from being the hero to a villain, back to an like kind of slowly becoming an anti-hero very briefly, and then he's a hero again. So, favorite movie of all time that's not Star Wars, I would say, are probably the Indiana Jones movies, or the Lego movies, Except I still haven't seen the Lego Movie 2, so I need to spend some time and watch that. This is a random ensemble of stuff. Also, I made another mistake. Put a bunch of special stuff in the plate container. Oh no. What are we going to do? General Skywalker, there's too many of them. What are we to do? Oh no. Not the younglings. They're so innocent. Don't mind me, I'm just rambling on right now. So I would say my Sith name would be no. Sith name would probably be Darth. It's a tough question. I'm trying to think of something that hasn't already been used by another Sith character. So it'd probably be, obviously it's gotta start with Darth, because I'd be a real Sith, not a pretender, like, or not a acolyte or whatever, or a pretend apprentice like Asajj Ventress or Savage Opress. I'd be a real Sith. So I'd probably be. I'm trying to think. Probably have to do with being in the shadows. So not Darth Shadow, because that kind of sounds kind of lame, but something that my name would have something to do with about being in the shadows, most likely. Darth plays. Okay, I could take that. My favorite droid. I'm gonna answer that with a two-parter again. So my favorite battle droid is probably either the Magma Guard or the Droideka, with the Commando droid coming in close third. I really love the Magma Guards. I love the idea that they can have their head cut off and they still can function because they have a secondary processor in their chest with that other glowing red eye. Unfortunately, much of the Clone Wars show and the 2003 cartoon Clone Wars little shorts didn't depict that like at all. Like, these Magma Guards are being cut in half and yet they're completely destroyed and not like surviving or anything like that. So that was kind of a bummer. Droidekas are just awesome because they're rolling balls of death. That's kind of cool. And they have their they're pretty much invincible until you learn some of the nuances about their shields and stuff like that. So I thought that was interesting. Yeah, I'll pull that out as well. So this is the 2013 Homing Spider Droid set. This is the one I still have in a stack. I have one that's built up there on one of my shelves, but we'll get to that one eventually. And then this is the little like speeder thing that the like speeder tank thing you got in the, I want to say 2011, 2012 Rebel, like Hoth Rebel battle pack thing. So I'll do these together. But favorite droid like in general has got to be R2D2. Like, it's R2D2. Who's better than R2D2? I'm not the biggest fan of BB-8 or the BB-8 series of droids because they're just like, I called them soccer balls when they were first announced back in like 2014 or whatever. I called BB-8 a soccer ball because he basically is. It's a droid head on a soccer ball. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan, but it's all right because like R2D2 still kind of stole the show anyway. You need the oh yeah, because you're doing Hoth, you need the little speeder tank thing. Even though Lego completely just made it up, that's not a thing. That's not a thing in the Battle of Hoth. There never was this little speeder tank thing. But yeah, I get you. Getting the minifigures, however, is pretty good because it gives you a decent amount of just rebel troopers. Ah, I'm making mistakes left and right. What fell in here? Another plate. Okay. Let's see. What's another question you got? there was like some air that wanted to come out of my mouth, but it didn't come out. That was weird. Favorite non-Lego Star Wars theme and set. So like a different Lego theme. I would then say it's probably the Indiana Jones stuff. Um, if it's not that, I would say my favorite non-Lego Star Wars theme. So the Indiana Jones would be a great contender for that. If it's not that, probably I don't have it built anymore, but probably the Mars mission sets that were like all the vehicles and ships were like orange and white and stuff. I thought those were really cool. The one that I had, the ones that I do have from that theme is the it's one of the medium-sized ships. Oh, all right. I'm not even done with that first one. Let's see. What was in there's other questions in there. That's it for that one. Favorite ship? I already answered that one though, survivalist. I said my favorite separatist battle droid is either got to be the Magma Guard, the Droidica, or the Commando droid coming up in third. And I already gave my reasonings for those, so I won't give my reasonings again. But those are my top three. The rest follow under that. Hey, Cat Bricks. Thanks for joining the stream for like 2 seconds. See ya. I, for some reason, can't see your comment that you posted on the last stream. I don't know what happened to it. I'll have to. Haven't had access to my laptop until starting the stream today. So after the stream, I can double check and see what happened there. Favorite ship, like favorite Star Wars ship, is probably the for the Republic is got to be the gunship, the Republic gunship. For the Separatists, it's probably gonna be probably either the Providence class starship or Star Battle, whatever, and the I forget what it's called. It's like the Munalist class, whatever. Those are my favorite of the Separatist ones. Let's see. I have to go to bed now since it's 10 o'clock in Germany, and I deleted the comment. Oh, that's what happened to it? Okay. You could have left it. I thought it was a funny comment. But, okay. I'll be streaming at about, I believe, 9 a.m. my time, so hopefully you can catch tomorrow's stream, Cat. But yeah, you should probably go to bed. Get the sleep. That's cool that you live in Germany, though. I've got a few other internet friends that live in Germany. If you've heard I think he's in Germany, or the two guys are in Germany, the GM Productions dudes. Pretty sure they're based in Germany as well. Or man, this sounds super I sound super uninformed, but it's either Germany or another European country near there. I sound so uninformed. I'll have to ask them again. Be like, yo, what country are you guys in? Your favorite overall is the TIE Interceptor. I would say for the Empire, that's my favorite as well. It's either that or the TIE Striker, I believe, is the one in Rogue One that they use on Scarif. Oh, it was Belgium. Okay, I thought so. It was. Again, I'm sounding super uninformed, but it was one of those European countries that was right there. I sound so dumb. I sound like a dumb American, but yeah. Let's see. What were those other questions? I already forgot. Favorite Star Wars planet? It's probably what is my favorite? Favorite's probably got to either be Mon Cala, which is where yeah, it's called Mon Cala, I think. Mon Cal, or also called Dak for some reason. That's where the Mon Calamari come from, which they honestly just have a funny name because their name is Calamari, which is a squid. It's a name of a real life squid. So I think that's funny. So it's either that planet or I'd say either them or Naboo, honestly, because Naboo would be the place I'd want to live, honestly. Even though they've had their struggles and stuff, they don't struggle as much as a lot of the other planets in Star Wars. So I'd like to live there. So I picked that as my favorite. Already answered that one, and then there's no other questions. Okay. But yeah, Kat, you should probably go to bed. If it's already 10 p.m. there, that's typically when I go to bed here in America during my 10 p.m. time. So you should probably go to bed, man. Get some sleep, then wake up tomorrow and get some more vids put together and whatever. If you guys got any more questions for me, let me know. Especially these type of questions, they give me things to think about, and then I can just kind of ramble on while I do my sorting. So it's a win-win situation. You get to listen to Clone Plays ramble and watch him slowly pick up these parts, kind of like an ASMR Lego sorting, whatever. I'll stop talking now. I'll stop talking. Yeah. I'm glad to see a lot of this homing spider droid. I forgot how many of these hinge parts it has, but that's a decent amount. I have played EA's Battlefront 2, if that's what you're talking about. I think the map's okay. It's not my favorite map in the game. I like how you said it died to death. I'm not sure what you mean by that. That's kind of funny. Yes. My family and we like to play the EA Battlefront 2. I also own the classic Battlefront 2 on my laptop or on my Steam account, so I play that a little bit here and there. I did have a series on a different YouTube channel that I had. I had a let's play of the campaign for classic Battlefront 2, which I think one episode from that posted on this Clone Plays channel as well that you can see. I've got a few others, but I've made them private because they're not the greatest videos. I think I might try to record it again. Problem is, the game is so old I can't use my second monitor when I'm recording, or Classic Battlefront 2 freaks out, and it's you can't tell if you're recording it or not. So I'm also been thinking I might do a let's play again of Republic Commando. I've been thinking about that. That's one of my favorite games of all time. Republic Commando. That game is so good. It makes super battle droids actually a menace. Like, you actually get scared when you see a super battle droid coming up and a droideka and a magma guard. However, the magma guards are kind of easy to fight. You just kind of, if you cheese them a little bit. Geonosian warriors are so freaking tough though. Like, it overall just makes being a clone trooper like super surreal of like, oh my goodness, this is the stuff they had to deal with. That's why they died so quick, like easily in the movies and stuff. But I love that game so much. I have been thinking about doing a let's play on it. I might. We'll have to see. I just got to do some research and make sure I've got my recording set up ready for it, because I think it suffers from the same problem as classic Battlefront 2. It's just old enough to where it wasn't designed for having people having like a second monitor or whatever, so it freaks out. But I think that'll be something I can do. Give me something out, another gaming video to post gaming series to post besides just Terraria. As much as I love Terraria, sometimes I get a little old with Terraria. I need something else that doesn't require too much brain power, honestly, because Republic Commando is a first-person shooter, but it has some strategy to it, so it's good times. You're making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Nice. Now you're making me hungry. I don't know what I'm gonna have for lunch, but I'm definitely gonna eat a decent amount of food when I'm done. I am hungry. Nice thing for me, but sad thing also at the same time is the stream is only gonna be up for. I'm only gonna be streaming for another about 30 minutes, so it's a good thing and a bad thing. Making some good progress. Keep forgetting to move my hand out of the way. Dang it. Oh, where'd it go? Got it. We are almost done with the speeder tank, whatever you want to call it, from the Rebel Hoth battle pack. You're making pasta salad. What? Are you saying you are going to be making pasta salad? That makes more sense, because you're, like, out and about right now, aren't you, survivalist? That's what you told me earlier, at least. And there we go. Alright, that's all those. So now, let's see, what's in this bag still? We can either... Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, we could do this. We can do these two together. So, actually, all three of these together. So, I lied. I just saw that the other... So, I own three of these. Here's another homing spider droid from 2013. This is the little Y-Wing microfighter that came out during the Rogue One wave. And then this is a TIE Fighter from 2005. So just new enough that it's going to get parted out. If it was older by like 1 year, I wouldn't, because it means the colors of these plates and stuff would be different. But oh, you're home right now? What the heck? You told me you'd be gone for a little bit. That's weird. I guess my streaming has been going for longer than I thought. Then after that, we have a very special set that we'll be dealing with, and then that box will be done as well. So it'll be a good time. Good times. It's weird to remember. So back in the day when the Lego Star Wars thing was pretty new, for some reason, I know why now, because I looked it up. So Lego made a lot of their TIE series vehicles, like the TIE Fighter, TIE Interceptor, TIE Bomber, and stuff like that. They use blue as a contrasting color to the black. Whereas in today's colors, they use typically grays and blacks. And the reasoning was just because they felt like, or this is what if I remember right, they felt like the kids, because it goes for kids, basically. Or at least that's who they generally are marketing these things to. Wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the grays and the blacks. For contrast. So they made it blue. Which is kind of funny, kind of ironic. Here's one of those old school TIE Fighter windows that's one solid piece instead of just being the front panel part where this printing is. Or then you could have it lift up. Nope, this is a solid piece. Use apple jelly. Okay, nice. It's not grape jelly. What a shame. Grape jelly is the best jelly, but apple jelly is pretty good too. Give me 1 second, guys. I just dropped another plate on the ground. Got it though. We're all good. So, yep, there's Nightbot. There's a link to my rebrickable, or my. I need to add the rebrickable link as well. But there's my Flickr. You can check out the behind the scenes and extras of the mocks I've done in the past. I need to add some more pictures on there as well. I like this. This is the same body that they use for the Lego Chopper minifigure. It's a shorter version of that same cylinder that has the pinholes on the sides. I like it. Not sure how I'm going to use it, but I will eventually. I will eventually. Not sure if this is true. I've heard, though, that Lego has recently reissued the 2017 AP. They're reissuing it. So it's going to be back in stores again. That's what I've heard. I haven't seen it. When I went to Walmart the other day to buy some stuff, didn't see it. The Walmart that's the closest to me, their Lego Star Wars section is pretty barren. There was a few of the Sith Trooper battle packs, a few of the there was that other battle pack that came out in that wave, but I don't remember what it was. They have a few of the 20th anniversary Slave 1s, but those are still at my price range. They had the new version of Kylo Ren's shuttle. That's all in black, like it should have been the first time. And then there was a few other sets, but not as much as there should have been, because there's quite a bit of empty space between all the sets. So yeah, and that same Walmart was completely out of standalone microphones and webcams. So I know what people are doing during their lockdown. Other people are also getting into streaming and stuff. Oh, they found stock of it. I don't know. Lego doesn't sell out all of their stock though. They typically have some in reserves because they have that vault of theirs. They put at least one of every single set that they've ever made into that vault. I'm pretty sure. I think the vault's a thing. I could be feeding you false information, but I'm pretty sure there is a vault. It's either a vault of just Lego Star Wars sets that they've ever made, or it's a vault of every Lego set they've ever made. Somewhere there in Denmark. We'll never know though. It's a secret. Except I just told you about it, so it's not a secret anymore. But yeah, I've heard some people talk about it. It's been a while though. I heard some people a few years back talk about it. But who knows? Except the people who work at Lego. This will be good too. I wasn't the biggest fan of this TIE Fighter anyway. Like, it was nice to have because it's the only Imperial TIE Fighter that I own. I have the First Order, what the name is it? Like Special Forces First Order TIE Fighter set that came out in 2015. Which is way larger than this little tiny one. But I'll eventually make a minifigure scale version of the TIE Fighter, so I'm not that upset, not that sad to see it go into parts, but it will be long remembered. If I ever need to see a picture of it, I can always just look on Google, so it is whatever. I forget his name, but there's a guy who's made some really cool versions of TIE Fighters and TIE Interceptors and stuff. Lego versions that are like pretty close to minifigure scale as well. I doubt he's made instructions for them, so I obviously would have to buy. I don't know if there'd be a way for me to get his model specifically. And I know there's lots of people who have made their own versions because the TIE Fighter is iconic to Star Wars. Unfortunately, a little bit more iconic than any other more iconic than the prequels and sequel ships, albeit most of the sequel ships are just supposedly better versions of the Galactic Empire. Like, you see the First Order still using TIE Fighters, you see the Resistance is still using X-Wings, they're just supposed to be better versions of them. But like, the TIE Fighter is more iconic than the Republic gunship in most of the public's eyes, because most of the public have typically only ever seen like the original trilogy and stuff. It's been in the original trilogy has been in the public's mind way longer than the prequel and the sequel stuff, so yeah, so TIE Fighter is super popular. I would say prequel stuff is also getting super popular these days. I think it's also because now people have something else they can hate on besides the prequels, because now they focus their hate that they had for the prequels now to the sequels. I'm one of those people that I'm fine with the sequels. There are a lot of questionable things that were done. Like, sometimes the story doesn't make that much sense, but like, The Rise of Skywalker, of the 3 sequel movies, is probably my favorite, is the Rise of Skywalker. Not so much for the story, like it honestly doesn't make sense that Palpatine's back, but he did come back in the old stories as well, so like, it's happened before. Now it's just in a movie instead of being in a comic book, but he did come back before in the old legend stories, so But man, that one scene, if you haven't seen the movie, prepare for a spoiler, but that one scene when Palpatine shoots force lightning up in the sky and disables all of the resistance ships, oh my goodness. That was amazing. That was amazing. So I love that movie the most out of the three. Honestly, they all three of those sequel movies have good things about them. There's also a lot of things about them that are not so good, and there are some things about them that are kind of bad, but overall I'd say they're pretty good. I think the biggest problem is just the fact, and I've learned this a little bit more and more the more I've looked into it, it's just the fact that Rey is like already super powerful in the first movie, The Force Awakens, and then she doesn't really have like any flaws. She's just like perfect most of the time. The only time she has some flaws is in The Rise of Skywalker when she's freaking out that she might turn into the big bad guy instead of staying as a Jedi and whatever. But other than that, she doesn't have too many flaws really as a character. Daisy really, I don't know. She's a pretty good actress, I guess. Pretty good. Overall, I think the casting and stuff is okay. I just think there are some problems with it, but that's okay. There are problems with the prequels. There are problems with the original. So, what is that? A name, Eric? What is that? I don't even know how to say that. What is that? I don't know what you're talking about. What you talking about? Making some good progress. We're pretty much halfway done with every set that I threw into this file. So I am pretty confident that we should be able to at least get most of the next set done. If not, finish it, and then that's another box done. Which is great. Great news. We're making really good progress. I wish we would be able to get this done a little faster, but typically I can only do my sorting with one hand. And you have those of you in chat who have been to previous live streams and just have been in this live stream for a bit, you've seen that sometimes I'll just start rambling and then I'll stop sorting because I'm too busy focusing on what I'm saying. So that's kind of an issue as well. But you guys keep me entertained, so we will get through this. So with that being said, with the rate of progress that we're making, I have a shot in the dark goal or idea that I think we will finish the Mega Sort Phase 1 by the end of next week. Maybe. If it's not by next week, it'll be the week after that. And then we'll be starting Phase 2. Hopefully in between all of that, I will have other LEGO Star Wars content posted on my channel, other Terraria videos, and if I do actually get to it, some Republic Commando videos as well. Because, like I said, I love that game. The game is amazing. I so wish when I saw that Star Wars announced a Bad Batch series, I was disappointed that's the Bad Batch and not Delta Squad, because I love Delta Squad more. But I think they'll do a good job with the Bad Batch clones. Honestly, you don't see them for very long in the show anyway, so they have a lot of room to change and update their personalities and stuff. So you still gotta sort. Well, you can either do what I did and start streaming and have people come and join and support you while you do your sorting, or you can listen to some music in the background. That's what I did in the past before I started sorting, or started this mega sort and started live streaming. Was I just put on some music and just go ham for like a few hours or so, do as much as I can before you get burned out, because you don't want to get burnt out or you'll never get your stuff done. I got burnt out, and that's why we're doing this mega sort, because I have to now. In order to get things done the way I wanted them to get done, this mega sort had to happen, just because of things that happened. So welcome back, Clone Commander. Good to see you're back. Right now we're talking about why we gotta sort. So this is actually a combination of 3 sets. It was a homing spider droid set from 2013. It was a Y-wing microfighter set from 2016 during the Rogue One wave of sets, and then it was a 2005 TIE Fighter, which unfortunately for the TIE Fighter is just new enough to where LEGO was using the new colors for the grays, so it's being parted out. But it's okay because it's honestly not the greatest set looking back. It kind of sucks, honestly. It's a small TIE Fighter. The cockpit obviously can only fit one person, which is fine because it's what it's supposed to do. But it suffers from the problem of back in that day they used blue as a contrasting color instead of gray. So it was a black and blue ship instead of being the dark gray, black, and gray ship we all know and love. So yeah. Plus it means now I have all these blue tiles to do something with. So nice. But let's see. I have a few tips, but do any of you in chat have tips for sorting Lego? I'll see if you guys have any responses, then I'll start talking about my own tips. Tips and tricks. Obviously, you can see some of my tips and tricks because that's what the whole point of this live stream is, and we've been kind of talking about it the whole time. But hello, Commander Delta. Welcome to the stream. I saw you were that first guest on Clone Commander Studio stream yesterday, right? How was what all did you get in that package that you got, Commander Delta? That package that you showed off like a few figures and then had your internet kind of died or whatever. Right now we're sorting out a 2005 TIE Fighter, a 2013 Homing Spider Droid, and a 2016 Y-wing microfighter set. Don't got any tips, Eric? Okay, I mainly asked that question because I'm about to drop some tips on you, Eric, and anyone else who wants some sorting tips. I got some tips, so sort shape first, then color. That's a good tip. That is a great tip. See if there's any other tips in chat, and then I'll say what I've come to learn. Oh, you had figures. What figures did you have in that package? I saw that you have, what was it? You showed an Iron Man figure and then like one other one, and then your internet died or whatever. So then you weren't on Clone Commander's stream anymore. So what were the other figures you got? Had some clones, superheroes, and other Star Wars stuff. Okay, cool. It's like the gang's all here. It's like everyone who was on Clone Commander studio stream yesterday. Wow. It's all coming together. Alright, so I haven't seen anyone else post any tips and tricks, so I'll start sharing mine. First tip is the same as Commander Delta's. Start sorting your stuff by shapes and not just by color. Because if you're sorting your stuff by color, I'll give an example. It becomes very hard to see these two plates are two separate plates because they'll stack on top of each other, and you'll just look in your bin and be like, everything's blue. I can't see what I need. Can't tell what plates or whatever I've got. So definitely sort by shape. That's why right now I've got my brick container, my special / random whatever I need, my plates, my tiles, my slopes, stuff like that. The next tip obviously would be sort into categories first, unless you can handle sorting everything individually to begin with. That's why this phase 1 is in categories. Phase 2 is to slowly get these things whittled down in the smaller categories. The ultimate goal is to get every single part sorted out into its own container. That's like I said, the long-term goal. That's super far out there, but that is the goal. If you have a very small collection, I currently have apparently over 50,000 Lego bricks, so it's not a small collection anymore. So if you have a small collection, I would say definitely just do kind of like broad categories, kind of like this, kind of broad. If you have more, you have a decent size collection, I'd say start with the broad categories and then whittle those down into smaller categories to the point where you can still find stuff, but you don't need a ton of storage. If you have a huge collection, more bigger than mine, I would say continue to whittle them down until you have each part or a decent amount of your parts separated out completely. Um, Another tip I would say is put stuff together that you feel like you'll use in combination with each other a lot. Like I currently, you can't really see it, but I've got another small container that has, or a small storage cabinet that has containers that are this big. And it typically, right now, it's holding most of my Technic related things. So, like, all my pins are together, all of my bricks that have holes for pins are together, all my gears are there. So, put things together, put things together that you will typically use together. That's all the tips I can think of right now. If I come up with any more, I'll definitely share them. So, what are you guys saying in the chat? Have small hands. That's a good thing too, because a lot of Lego parts are small, so having small hands works. Close to 280, nice. Hopefully you can find 2 more people that like your stuff, Clone Commander. That's awesome. Nice that you hit 120 today, Commander Delta. I'm getting close to my goal of 50 for the month. Getting kind of close. The sub counter thing is wrong. It says 34. I'm actually at 37 as of the last time I checked. No. I do find it funny, Eric, that you have 25 subscribers even though you have no videos on your channel. So I think that's funny. If you ever do start having videos and posting stuff, I'll check out your channel. Yeah, basically just what Clone Commander said there. So this set has a story to it, but first let me tell you what it is. This is the 2005 or 6 2005-2006 Star Destroyer. The story behind this is I bought it from one of my secondhand shops that I know. Because there's like one owner. He was at a Lego convention a few years back and was selling this. I bought it. Come to find out, I didn't have all the stuff. I get a message from him like a week later saying, "Hey," or I reached out to him being like, "I'm missing a few parts," and he messaged me back like a week later saying, "Hey, yeah, I know. I just found the box that has the rest of your stuff, and so this is a complete set, which is awesome. But we're gonna part it out because I need all these parts for other things. Eventually, we'll make another type Star Destroyer, so it's okay." Oh, already lost one pin on the ground. There we go. This second bag is just holding a bunch of the black plates that this set needs. So there's that. Oh, there it is. There's that Technic pin that fell. But yeah, this is the last set we need to part out, and then we've completed another box. Technically, we completed it because that box is empty right now. It's just sitting on my floor, and I'm going to move it to a different part of my floor. But let's get hype, everyone. No, I found the pin. Don't need to worry, Clone Commander. I found the pin. It happened to slide right underneath my right foot for a second, so I got it. Have to go work on your yard. See ya. Alright, see ya, Eric. Good luck on the yard. Hopefully you can get through it kind of quickly. Yard work can sometimes be pretty tedious, but we'll see you tomorrow, man. We will see you tomorrow. Oh, well, there's like 10 minutes left of the stream. I don't think we'll finish this today. Yeah. Maybe it was a mistake to leave this to last, so we'll make some good progress on it. I'll start using both of my hands to try and get a decent amount of it done, but we'll see. Nice thing about parting this out is there's a ton of gray, dark gray, and black. Those are typically the colors I use when I'm doing other vehicle and droid mocks. Like that Snell Tank 2.0, it took a lot of gray. So I might even be able to finish the one, my little prototype one, now that I've sorted out a decent amount of these sets. This is a sticker. Okay. They they apparently put a gray sticker onto a white Lego part when they could have just put it on a gray. They did it here too. This is a white 2x2 tile, but it has a gray sticker on top of it. So you can still see the white on the edges there. Sorry that I shook that. I don't know what I was thinking there. But I guess I can ask the chat. Chat, I got asked a bunch of questions from Eric earlier. So what is your favorite Star Wars vehicle? Yeah, let's do vehicles. Starships are not vehicles. So what is your favorite Star Wars vehicle? Anyone in chat? No, the Survivalist doesn't have a channel. Or he technically does have a channel. It's the one he's using to be my mod. But he doesn't post any videos. I've tried to convince him to make videos in the past, but he doesn't want to. He's also currently not really in a good situation to make videos, so there's that. There's a translucent plate stuck in this slope. Can we get it out? Let's see. Let's use a tile separator. Can we do it? Oh, I think I might have made it worse. Might have made it worse, chat. Nope, I got it. Alright, made it better. This set's awesome too because it comes with this hologram print on this very tall brick, and it's double-sided. This is awesome. Now Lego has made those super small ones that kind of show up for like when Commander Cody gets the order for executing Order 66, but back then they didn't, so they had the giant tile instead. Let's see. Your favorite vehicle is either the 2005 turbo tank, so the Juggernaut, or otherwise known as a clone turbo tank, the AT-AP, or the AAT. Do you mean AT-RT survivalist? Because there is no AT-RP as far as I'm aware. That's not a walker that I'm aware of. That is a thing. But do you mean the AT-RT? The all-terrain recon transport? That's the one that has like one clone trooper on at a time. That you get to use if you play Republic Heroes. That video game. You gotta go around and you can almost stomp on battle droids. Yeah. We've got like 5 minutes left of the streams. We're obviously not gonna finish this today. Obviously not gonna finish, but we're making some good progress. I think I might stop working on it within the next couple of minutes, just so I can take a moment to talk to you chat about stuff. I'm gonna also take this moment to take a drink because I haven't done that in a little bit. Yeah, ATRT. I like the ATRT as well. I would say, since it looks like a lot of y'all are sticking with Clone Wars stuff, I would, my favorite vehicle is either the Republic gunship or the ATTE. Those are like the two most iconic of all of the Republic clone vehicles. After that, I'd say it's probably the Republic dropship, which is that ship you can see dropping off ATTs in Attack of the Clones. And then after that, I'd say it's probably the ATRT and then other versions of walkers. These walkers are really cool. After that, I would probably say, well, if we're talking about Imperial stuff, I'd say my favorite's probably the ATST. Then after that, the ATAT. I'm not the biggest fan of the ATAT. It's just like, it's just too tall, too big. It's kind of like, I can see why the Empire made it, because it's a symbol of power and might, because it's just this massive, basically massive walking tank coming at you. But for practicality, I'd say the ATST is probably the best. So I have that as my favorite. And then after that, it'd be all the other type of walkers that the Empire used, because there's a bunch of walkers they use that you never see in the movies. Like in the Rebels cartoon show, you see that they had like a predecessor version of the AT-AT in there. They also had a kind of a predecessor, also a concurrent version of a small ATST walker called the AT-DP. It's like all-terrain defense pod. I want to say it was what its acronym is. I don't know. I haven't looked that much into it. I'm not the biggest fan of that version of the walker. I think they should just have the ATST instead in that show, but they didn't. One nice thing about parting out the set, there's a bunch of these green laser bolts they use to show the cannons firing the turbo lasers. Now I have some more lightsabers I can make. Yay! All right, but I'm gonna take that as an opportunity to stop right there. That's our progress for today. Got a lot done. Basically, I've emptied the next container, next box. Now there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes left, and a few random sets I still have put together that we need to take care of. Those will happen last. We're gonna go through the boxes first, then the sets that I have left. But yeah, check out my Rebrickable. It's got a bunch of instructions for custom vehicles and droids that I've made. There's 2 versions of an ATRT on there. There's obviously my Snail Tank 2.0. We'll see Clone Commander. Yeah, this is basically the end of the stream, so if you guys have any last things you want to say, say them now. I will be streaming tomorrow. It'll be at 9 a.m. my time. And then I'm not going to be streaming Saturday and Sunday. Those are going to be my days I take to make some more content for the channel and write down some stuff that I want to do in the future. So if you guys got any last minute comments or questions, type them in chat right now. But I'll be ending the stream in a couple minutes. Hopefully on Saturday I'll be able to go to a store, hopefully a Walmart that's somewhat nearby me, and get a microphone and a webcam that will be dedicated to the streaming. That way I can start getting better statistics as well, so I don't have to use my phone anymore for the chat. Just use my laptop as I knock over my phone. Excuse me. But yeah, we're about halfway through my set collection as well, so that's pretty nice. Well, probably about a third, honestly, because there's still like 8 boxes left. So, and then I do have, I think, like 10 or 15 sets put together that I'm looking at right now, because they're like prototype versions of mocks that I just never got to. And then obviously there's my prototype of my Snail Tank 2.0. So, yeah. But if no one else has anything else to say in chat, thank you for coming today. I think we had some better participation in chat today than we did yesterday, which is great to see. Tells me that I'm doing a good job streaming at about 1 o'clock my time, and at 9 a.m. tomorrow should be a decent crowd here as well. So thank you all for coming out. I'll end the stream here. Thank you so much again. Streaming again tomorrow at 9. See you guys then. Bye.